Hey, everybody, look who's back.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
How was Las Vegas?
Vegas
Yeah,
was
tell us.
fun.
Great.
Good weather, a lot of game developers.
What'd you get as presents? Let's see.
Presents?
Did you bring us back something from your trip?
Guys,
You went on vacation.
It was a business trip. I didn't know I was supposed to bring you back presents.
You're supposed to bring gifts
Like
when
a
you go
Showbots
away.
or something?
No, nothing. But let's talk about the show. We got a great show for you today. Ninja Gaiden is out, and people saying it's hard, it sure is. So we'll talk about that, and
If I went on vacation.
We're like a shop.
we got a great guest to talk about the suffering, scary stuff there, the midway horror action game.
When I go away, I would think
I
of
don't know.
him.
I would have got him.
Things really heat up with a flame war later on in the show.
Like a keychain or something.
Okay,
Yes,
guys,
got it.
you gonna get into the show here? We're gonna
Which
talk
show?
about the
I would've
show.
gotten
You like just
weren't a part of
t-shirt?
you were in Vegas?
We're not thinking of you. We're thinking about
I got your present. I was kidding. I got your present. Something for you.
Hey,
A little something for you. Right?
I'm good. You done? Yeah, good. Let's roll the open.
Hello and welcome to G4TV.com, the show that runs at a smooth 30 frames a second. I'm Scott Rubin, and joining me on this linear television adventure, Tina Wood and Laura Floyd, right here at our
How are
medium.
ya?
It's a medium table.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank
Thanks for the cash. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Like
Hello.
yes, I got 50. What'd you get?
I got 5.
We know who we love. So you were at DICE. You were at DICE. Scott was at DICE. Tell us some of the highlights for you.
Highlight Ben Gordon, Chief
Yep.
Creative Officer at EA, been there for years, long hair, very
Rockstar.
cool guy. Talked about next generation consoles and what's going on. A couple of points he said. First of all, he thinks that the next gen consoles are going to be very film-like, very, very much like Lord of the Rings graphics,
Beautiful.
Pixar
Beautiful.
quality.
Bring it on.
That's what's
Talking
going
about
on.
Nintendo too, all of them?
Yep. He says that Xbox Live probably a good bet, so I think that Xbox gamers may get a little EA love on Xbox Live. He also said that the PC market sucks. He said PC transitions are boring and that PCs have lost the leadership perception and that consoles are seen by most as the 3D leader.
Right.
Very interesting.
About PCs.
He also says that instead of all this like competition games, he like co-op games because then you and your friend both win.
I agree.
Yeah,
But I
co-op.
want to hear. I want to hear about Jason Rubin's speech.
Jason Rubin's speech was great. He really gave an impassioned plea to all the developers out there to stand up and take a little notice of what's going on.
Absolutely.
The publishers are
on?
taking all the credit. You never see the game developers get credit. You think of a great game by Sony or a great game by EA, but there's a development studio there that's making those games.
They're the
And he really
artists.
thinks that the developers need to treat themselves like true artists and get their names out there.
I agree.
Just like the TV industry.
Exactly.
I'm glad he finally spoke out. He may be getting a little bit heat right now, but it's
Great.
well deserved.
He'll come
He
on the
said what he
show
should-
soon and
He
talk
certainly
about it.
will.
Pulse is we'll be able to see that on Pulse.
All
right?
the time, Pulse,
Great.
check it out.
Check
Good
it out.
stuff.
So now what do we got going on here, Tina?
Everyone is talking about how hard Ninja Gaiden is.
That's
how
right.
difficult.
Pretty hard.
If people are crying
over
saying
how
it might be
difficult this
possibly
game is.
even too hard. In fact, I went to the boards and found a great post by Tadek, and he goes, yes, Ninja Gaiden is more frustrating than fun, and that ain't all good. I believe that if a company makes a game that becomes a burden to play rather than a joy, then they failed somewhere, no matter how pretty the game is. It's a pretty game, but it's so hard that it maybe not be fun.
Also, people are saying, and I think the host says it,
Yeah.
once you do learn the patterns for the bosses and normal enemies, it becomes a little
But
bit
how long
easier.
is that learning period? Let's find out what people
Let's
are
find
saying.
out. Hey, caller.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Will?
Bill?
Yeah, Will.
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, what do you think of Ninja Gaiden? You think it's difficult or you think it's easy? What's the deal?
I thought it was pretty hard at first. Just as long as you, learn all the moves and upgrade often as much as you can, then it got easier.
So, Will, as a gamer, isn't that kind of what you want? I mean, do you really want to pay $50 and fly through a game and get it on the first shot? Or do you want a game that takes that's like a little bit of a challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do want a challenge.
But you should be offered different levels of, easy, So why don't I take a look at the game right now?
Why don't you play
I'm
it?
going to play the first. Thank you, Will.
You're playing on
Thanks, Will.
super hard
Thanks for proving
Ninja
my point,
Gaiden.
Will.
Okay.
Now,
And
Laura,
not Tina's.
Laura's going to go try the first boss right here. She's playing on the easiest
I'm playing on
level
super
available.
extreme hard. And I've gotten some tips from my friends.
Whoa.
See, he just comes at you. It's all about the
getting
blocking.
bitch slapped
But once you
right
get nailed in the corner, it's like you can't get out of there.
And game over
Wow.
for Laura
That was
Foy.
fun. That was fun.
That happened to me
This
about
is a
7
game that
times in a row
I want to
yesterday.
do that again. That was fun. It was
Annoying.
fun for me.
Well, look, what we did is we decided to recruit somebody in the
Yeah.
office who knows, who's got some gaming skills.
Yeah.
Hey.
Who's got a little more gaming skills, who plays a lot of these games. Ted Radolski.
Ted Radolski. Our official.
Hello.
Hi, Ted.
What's going on, man? Good to have you on the show.
Representing.
Representing from
Now,
Ninja
Ted,
Gaiden Love.
you have to admit that this is a very difficult game.
This game is hard, old school style, straight 80s styles. It's difficult, but you know what? You can learn it and it gets easy.
All right, so why don't you give us a little demo of the same level that Laura just did? And I guess the first question is, though, what is it that will make someone a better Ninja Gaiden player?
The best way to get good at this game is by watching enemy movements and learning how they attack. It's all about the attacks in this game. The game looks so good that you can watch the enemies, move and learn their attacks really easily. And all you do, it takes a little bit of time, and you learn it 1, 2, 3.
Now,
You'll be
to
taking
me,
guys
to even
out.
know to do that is something that only a hardcore or more advanced gamer would know to do. So you have to admit that if a casual gamer, beginner gamer, picks this game up as their first game, they might put it down and abolish their gaming lifestyle altogether.
That's what G4 is for, Laura. They got to watch this to know that stuff.
True. We are here to help.
It's also the point of, like, what was I saying?
I don't know, but Ted, don't you agree with me on that one?
Yes, yeah.
Disagree.
No,
Yes,
no.
Laura.
No, this is what I was
You're
saying.
always right, Laura.
I remember the thought. That means does the industry need to cater to casual gamers only? Are there no games that are going to be available for hardcore gamers?
No, I think there's definitely going to be games for everybody. Mainstream gaming is the way of the future, and for a hard game like this to come out every once in a while.
What's wrong with
Now,
that?
look, Ted,
What's
you
wrong
just
with that?
beat the boss.
I just beat the
You
boss.
just beat the boss, but it was
Nail the
difficult.
boss. Yeah, it was difficult.
Now, when
what?
you compare this similar to, like, when I used to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and you got to watch the other boxer because, like, one guy had the jewel that would flash, and that's when you knew, lay him into the kill shot.
Exactly. It's just all about watching the enemies, man.
Now,
You
what
just
would
have
you
to
say
learn
the
them.
learning curve is? Like, how long would it take the average gamer to get to your amazing level?
That'll never happen.
My amazing level of
That's
gameplay.
untouchable.
Yeah.
No. You probably play it for about an hour or two, and you'll get used to
An
it.
hour or two.
An hour or two, I know.
Hour minutes.
Hey.
Well,
I'm not
the other thing about a game like Ninja Gaiden, it's not like these puzzle games where you can go to a cheat book and go, oh, this is how you do
Right.
it. This
You
is
really
like, you
need to
have to be
learn.
good with the
You
buttons.
can't just go to a walkthrough. But we went out to the boards and we posted to them. I'm
I have
sorry.
so much more to say.
Well, go ahead, spit it
I
out.
was going to say,
gonna
what
forget
about
it again.
Madden's really difficult too, and you can't just pick that game up and be good
True,
at it.
it's another
Takes a
strategy
long
guide game
time.
that really
Look
doesn't
at you
help
just
you.
trying to suck up the
Now
Scott.
go ahead.
So we went to the boards and tried to find out what games you guys out there thought were the most difficult games ever of
What
all
are they?
time. What are they? And we're going to tell you later in the show.
Gotta
We'll
wait.
tell you. We'll let you know
Gotta wait.
if you're good.
Well, thanks for coming by, Ted.
Not a
It's
problem.
always fun
Not
to
a
watch
problem.
Ted play games, especially
Oh.
platform games. He finds the secret areas in the hardest game. He finds all kinds of crazy secret levels, so thanks for coming on. Hey, you, get out your toothbrush and prepare for a scare. It's another twisted, sweet game. My toothbrush already. And a look at the suffering. Very scary game when G4TV.com
I
returns.
ain't scared. That's
Scary.
I ain't scared.
Hey, I'm Jeff Keighley, former host of G4TV.com, and one of my favorite episodes was our Xbox 360 launch show. I got together with 4 of my favorite journalists, and we all talked about what we thought of the 360 before the Red Ring of Death and gave our scores. I think I gave it like a B-.
From the producers of
Stay out of the sun with G4 all summer long.
Welcome back to the show that is definitely not too hard. We like to keep it simple, for Tina.
Oh, I thought you were going to say easy like you.
Oh!
What time is it now? It is time for Twisted Sweet, brought to you
That was
by
a pretty twisted, sweet exchange right there.
Fruit. And what did I choose? I chose The Sims. Why?
Because it's simple.
Because it's simple and it's twisted and it's sweet. But why, you ask? Well, basically in the Sims EA game, as you guys know, you can do almost anything in this game. This game is a blast if you like games that have no ending.
Laura did the motion capture for that.
Yes, she did. It's basically a real-life
You
simulation
can actually
game.
have sex, can't you? They blur it, but you can.
Not so much. You can't really have sex. There's one.
Please
Yeah.
keep the out of here.
That's a Twisted Sweet game. So
Sweet, not like
I feel like
Tina.
I want a piece of juicy fruit now. Oh, juicy. Hey, for years, the horror game genre has been limited. Hey, it's March Madness time for college basketball fans, and we've got the skinny on the games that put you in the Final Four. More video game television right after this. Don't go anywhere. Cool game.
Very cool game.
I mean, it's just a job after all, isn't it? Some people deliver the post, I jump over rivers and fight tigers.
People think that's easy.
They don't see all the bloody time I spent coaching these lads through training mode. Once this little bugger from Cleveland couldn't get me out of an alley, then left me on pause for 12 hours. I mean, how hard is it to press reset before you turn me off?
Good point.
G4, TV for gamers.
Hey, welcome back.
welcome
Looking
back.
good. Sit up straight, though, really.
Posture.
Hey, Laura, you've got information on hard...
That's right. We told you at the beginning of the show that we went to the boards to find out what you guys think are some of the hardest games out there. And I'm going to read off a few of what you voted to be the hardest games. Tina doesn't believe hard games exist, but y'all do.
Never
Some
said
of them
that.
are the original Zelda on the NES.
Yep.
Some of the old classic games are hard. In fact, most of these are. In
Is this the
fact,
most hard or most boring? I'm sorry, go ahead.
you would be the most boring.
Okay.
Marble Madness. Another difficult
Very
game.
hard.
Marble Madness.
difficult.
Stuntman, that's not an old game, but that is really hard because they didn't come with a tutorial. Stuntman.
Yeah.
Figure it out, though.
F-Zero GX, that one got a bunch of votes.
Yep.
Contra, but like, I know it's not a poll on it, but the one that people unanimously pretty much decided was the hardest game ever. Super Gold and Ghost. Just impossible.
Hey, it happens every year. The best college basketball team to beat, we do. It's a battle of turtles and transformers as Laura and I get set to spark up another flame war. Hey, first of all, the name of the flame war that Laura set up, she set it up on the boards, is which is the better fighter of evil, the better keeper of peace, the better team?
Okay, so here I go.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or your robot thingies?
The Transformers! I would like to call to the witness stand to defend my case. Frankie77. Frankie77 says the Turtles are named after painters. How many painters do you know that kick ass?
Good
Case
one.
closed. Transformers
Good one.
win.
Whatever.
Class five.
I'm going to paint you right into a corner because Draguna says 3/4 of the team on the Transformers are
Yeah, what does it
Draguna says the team are mutants that were created by Sorwaith. That's pretty cool. They have martial arts weapons. They're turtles.
2 seconds.
And April, the girl that hangs out with them, she's pretty hot.
You're really not doing a good
I
case
started
here.
off badly. I painted myself.
The Turtles, but to
God.
my next witness will be Pedrick Smith. He goes, the Transformers, people, look, the Transformers could squash those little turtles in a second. I mean, pick your choice. Squashed by a vehicle or by a giant floating robot. You can't squash me. You're
We're
a
not
turtle.
trying to find out who can squash who. It's
Got
who's
it,
the better
baby.
team.
Good one. Okay,
When it
good
comes
one.
down
How
to
are you
it,
gonna
the
fight
turtles
evil
are
on your-
definitely the better team. As we stated earlier, the Transformers are cleaning up their own mess. They're always polluting the earth. They have to look for Energon Cube, whatever
you
that
guys
is.
do is eat
And they get
pizza,
stuck
right?
mid-transmission and have to carry more. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles can spray the Transformers with a water hose. And they run.
Look, okay, so over here is some bad guys, right? Oh my God, let's get to the bad guys. Who's gonna get there first? The Transformers with their jetpacks, or you little turtles on your skateboards?
It's about team. The question was who's the biggest fighter of evil.
Your team
The
is back
Teenage
in the
Mutant
basement.
Ninja Turtles fight evil in your hometown. Support them, damn it. They're like the guardian
Is
angels.
that the best you can do? Is that the best you can do?
Scott goes for a personal
Terrible.
punch.
It's good
Are
thing
we
I wasn't
out?
paying attention.
Are
Good
we
thing I
out?
wasn't
Can I
paying
get to the
attention.
poll result?
No,
first of
not
all,
yet.
First of all, Waldo Geraldo Perlardo. That's right.
Yes.
Because you guys say things like tubular, radical, gnarly, and wait. Cowabunga. Ooh, that's really tough. They're like Japanese turtles of Bill and Ted. Those guys don't fight evil. What you got? Nothing.
I think I agree with you. I think the Transformers are a little better than those stupid turtles.
Well, you know what? Who cares?
Turtles are slow. Who the hell is afraid of a turtle?
Who cares what you guys think? It's all about what you guys think. And 58% of you say the Transformers.
Yeah, I agree. I jumped mid-ship.
Transformers.
I'm in on top of those Transformers.
On their musical, and you know why? Because Transformers are more than meets the eye. In fact, Scott, they're robots in disguise.
Yeah, they are, and those turtles are pretty lame. Whatever.
Scott, it
Stupid
feels good to be a
shells.
champion. What? Let's
Crawl
do more.
around.
Sure, won something. Let's have another act. Let's do more.
That's the end of the show. Hey, that's
No,
it.
that's it.
We gotta go. Thanks to Teddy
argue about
Goldstein for
something?
coming
Yeah.
in and playing
I'm
Ninja
so much
Gaiden.
taller than you are.
Also, thanks to Corey Hudson
better.
Jones from Midway.
And
All three of his
smarter.
names are cool, and so is his game, The
older.
Suffering, and of course,
smarter.
a big thanks to the chatters and the
meaner.
forum members. Also, thanks to those stupid little turtles.
cuter.
For Tina Wood and Laura Foy, I'm Scott Rubin. Until next time,
And
take it aboard.
smarter.
And
Stupid
stupider. Let's see if you'll agree.
Shorter.
Turtle soup.
And better.
And